Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and I am here for Let's Play Part 3 of Total War Rome 2, and we are playing Pontus. Now, if you've been following my channel, there's a nice, great big update I have for you. As you can see, I am playing it in 1080p. That is right, I got a brand new monitor finally, so for all you people who've been requesting it, here it is, a nice, beautiful, gorgeous 1080p. Look at that. Hey, he's just strutting his step, isn't he? Alright, for any of you who haven't seen me play the first two episodes, we conquered the poor little nation of Cappadocia, and then I spent the second episode trying to consolidate my holdings and really to establish myself diplomatically now that I am basically the second largest faction in the area of northern Turkey. Anyways, though, what's currently going on is I have a rebellion of some silly Cappadocians here in one of the provinces I took from them, and I also have the Galatians attacking my allies here in the north. They're not exactly allies that I really wanted. I start with them that way, and I want to take their province anyways, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is just kind of, just play a holding pattern, just see what I can do. Anyways, though, let's go ahead and dive right in. I think I'm going to go ahead and let's just see what happens here. So my spy is focused towards poisoning. Let's see if we can get some more poisonous provisions. Yes! Boom! Bada bing, bada boom! That is some serious damage, especially on his cavalry. That is gold. Alright. Now let's go ahead and let's get in a fight. Let's get in a brawl. Let's get in a 1080p brawl. Alright? Yeah. I'm up for it. I'll be up for it. Alrighty. Let's get a nice fight here. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate. I put out a video recently about how to build balanced army compositions for a couple different factions, and obviously I have one for Pontus in there because that's the faction I like to play myself. I feel like they're a nice, great big balance about everything. So I'm going to go ahead and show you now how I like to play, how I like to deploy them. Maybe even I'll go back and I'll link that in annotations for that video. But, so the way I like to deploy is I put my slingers in front, obviously, to skirmish, and then I like to, let's see here. Is that the ranks I want? Yes, it's 4 deep. So then I have pikemen I put forward, in front. Ideally, again, I would like to have some heavier pikemen, but since the beginning of the campaign, I'm not going to complain. Let's go and stretch out farther here. And then, so I usually again would have some like medium infantry, but since I only have Eastern Spearmen at this point, I'm going to use them, and then I support the sides with some hoplites for cavalry support, which I don't have any cavalry, but that's okay. Alright, and one. Nah, I did that wrong, didn't I? There we go. Alrighty.
By your command, yours to command.
Alright, now that we're all cordoned up, gonna go ahead and
Not let yourselves be unmanned by these wretched dogsmen.
fine. And you're stupid. You're less than usual freaking general speech anyways, I don't really care. I was just trying to be nice.
Shield pikes. We await your command. Double time.
Let's get some beautiful capture here. I think this game looks pretty fantastic, especially this 1080p. This isn't the first battle I fought actually. Using my 1080p here. Unit detail is pretty fantastic too. Let's go see what my beautiful pikemen got to offer. So if again, so the way I like to deploy my guys out is typically I like to have them. I like to have my pikemen in front because they're not actually going to survive all that long compared to some of the heavier infantry that you can get, especially for like if you go against Roman infantry or something like that. So I just like to use them as a front line to help weaken up the enemy, and then I will obviously pull behind it, and then I have the rest of my infantry sit right behind it because they're going to be my main battle force. So once they're the enemy's weakened up by the pretty decently offensively strong, at least they can hold their formation, pike phalanx, then I can follow up with some stronger infantry. Especially having hoplite in the flanks in these early stages for Pontus is always a very helpful thing. Let's see here. Yeah, there he is.
Run, shield
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Raise. Double time, my lord. Quick march.
Just get them all back behind my lines if I can here.
Advance at speed.
Yeah, unfortunately I'm going to break up a little bit of my pikeman formation, but it's okay, they snap right back in. That's right. Yeah, that break in the formation cost me a cavalry charge here, but that's okay. Eastern Slingers, did I say get in combat? No, I did not. Let's get the hell
The
out.
men are wavering.
Spear infantry at your command. Double time. Orders, my lord.
So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to bring
Orders, my lord.
up my guys here. So this is the nice part of the pike. So when you're going against these medium and light infantry guys, the pikes are going to do fantastic against him. And even then, like, even though I got, you know, outcharged right away, they were able to form up again. So you notice I brought him slightly off to the side because when you're not shooting directly into your guys, you have a better chance of getting over their heads. And slingers are really good for this because they have a much higher arc. And it was a very simple battle, but I figured you guys might enjoy that at least. 30 kills, that's like nothing. So, but yeah, that's how I like to form up my army. You see that it's actually quite effective because I have plenty of guys in reserve. If I need to, like, there's plenty of guys inside my heavy pikeman formation. Let's go ahead and slay these guys. Then I can back them up with the infantry that's right behind it. Ooh, brutal. But like I said, I can follow it up the medium or heavy infantry right behind it, and then so they're less likely to waver. And having some fresh units to throw in against already tired enemy units is always a positive thing to have. Let's see. I don't want really cunning. I want to keep going for authority on this general here, so I'm going to go ahead and give him this one. The other one's an admiralship, and he's not going to be an admiral anytime soon, if at all. Let's see here. So got some positive stuff going on. Let's see. See if I can get rid of this guy while he's still cheap to kill. This is going to be the only guy that's going to give me any grief, so let's see if I can assassinate him here. Yes! Beautiful! Aha! So, as a monarchy, I want to try to control as much power as possible, and since I have 72%, I want to get all that 28% back. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of any notable guys, especially as they start popping up. I debate if it's even worth trying to get some kind of promotion, especially because you don't want to put too much trust in one guy. They die, and then your faction, you know, is weakened. So I'm just going to go ahead and just let my constant wars that I'm going to be waging hopefully get my guys up. Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to go for the chariot next, because I want to try to get my swordsman next. So my plan is, if you look at my army here, I have my levy pikemen. I want to eventually get these guys to bronze shield pikemen, but they're some of the last infantry I access as Pontus. So what I'm trying to do now is to phase out my eastern spearmen, because I'm already going to be able to use hoplites for their spears, and they already have significantly better statistics. So I'm just going to try to phase these guys out by getting God, I am blanking out, but they are swordsmen, Pontic swordsmen. So that's the idea. I want to try to switch these 4 units out for Pontic swordsmen. So that's the plan there, at least. To try to do that for both my armies. I think I might be ready to attack Galicia.
And then has many faces.
Alright, so he still can't move.
Oh, may I serve?
I'm going to go ahead and move him here. Let's see if I can get the Seleucid Empire to agree
Greetings,
to
honored guest.
military access. Beautiful. So that's all I want out of the Seleucid Empire. So we'll use this map real quick to show you what I'm looking at. So as Pontus here, let's just see if I can just switch it. Ah, cripes. There we go. Alright. So as Pontus, my goal is to try to first off, I want to neutralize the Seleucid Empire. So I got a non-aggression pact with them, and now I have military access. I really have nothing else that I want from them. That's my diplomatic goal. My main goal when it comes to positioning myself as a powerhouse here is I'm going to go for this first province here. the Galatians I will be at war with probably next turn, and Cyprus we'll see how they turn out. But I'm gonna see if I can get their province to rebel against them, and that way I can just conquer it as rebels and not have to worry about actually going to war with them. The Galatians have this other province here. If I can capture that, that'll give me a good foothold here. But what I'm really trying to focus on economically is because there is no real resources in this province except for timber as compared to this province, which has wine and iron. I'm going to try to focus on turning this into my industry base, and this will be a mixture of food and some industry, just because it's my beginner's province. But then eventually I want to try to find like a smaller province. So maybe I'll turn like this one into like my food area. I like to have like 1 or 2 regions, ideally a whole province that I can turn into a food one. So I can just like run like bread and games in this province, and that'll give me a boost of food all around. So that's what I'm looking for, at least to try to do economically speaking. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get to war with Galatia here. But I can't tell you how much I really enjoy this new monitor. It really does make a big difference. I'm even running on I don't need Lance to you. I'm going to be trying to conquer them relatively soon. After I get this first province, I'm going to try to conquer my home province. But even when I'm running on like 20 to 30 frames a second, I still have fairly good frame rates just because of how quickly it refreshes itself. So, I don't.
Wonder why we are not firm.
I shouldn't say I have better frame rates, but I have like a smoother image just because of it. I mean, that makes such a big difference. Ooh. Of course you don't tell me what it is. A miner has come across a rich deposit of ore in the hills not far from one of your mines. Prosperity. Economic pursuits are helping this province prosper. Ah, that's awesome. Expand the mines. Duh. Let's see. So I think that now that I am within range, I'm going to go ahead and attack the Galatians. And they have no allies, so they are easy pickings here.
Take siege to the settlement! Let them cower before our might!
That's okay, that's like nothing. The army looked to have pulled back. Let's see, what kind of armies do we got here? That's probably something stronger, so let's go ahead and try to poison the provisions there. Boom. Any kind of army that was more significant is now eluded. These guys are like nothing. I mean, your general is basic melee infantry. I can take that down with pikemen. All right. Make sure.
For honor and great glory.
I gotta make sure I'm building these. I usually only need like 2.
Settlement.
And those galleys, the other siege units I can build, they're actually not even like really siege units. They're just meant to help guard your infantry units beneath them. So I don't really need to borrow with them. Let's go and get these guys back into the city. So, but it's going to cause me some unrest because of the fact that there's some wars going on, provincial instability, especially after I conquer. But things are looking up. Let's see here. I don't really have a need to get this army anywhere. I'm just going to go ahead and let them relax. Let's see if I can get some more trade agreements going here. Come on, Athens.
Friendship that has been and friendship to come. Greetings. Now,
oh my gosh.
let us seek wisdom together.
Oh, see, he was talking about friendship, and he wouldn't even want to trade with me. What a dick. Dick move, Athens. Dick move. Alright, let's see if I can convince any of these other guys.
Greetings. We are civilized.
Because as I expand my my industry, as I expand what resources I'm tapping into, I will really ideally want to be able to have as many places to export it to as possible. So I'm trying to keep my diplomacy as loose as possible and flexible as possible here. Alright. It looks to be about everything I want to do. So there's 2 different ways that I would suggest that you guys construct your armies. I'd highly suggest that you construct your armies either in a more balanced fashion like myself. Obviously I would like to have some cavalry, but again, this is the beginning of the campaign. That way they're kind of fit to do all the tasks. They are fit to if you build a balanced army like this one here, you're going to be able to do open field combat quite easily because you do have the flexibility of having some of these, you know, easier infantry to move around and the levy pikemen to support basic front line where they can protect your slingers, which can do a fair amount of damage. And then, of course, you can always do siege armies, but I'll go into that after this Sally Forth battle is over. This looks to be relatively easy. They don't have a whole lot of slingers or anything like that to just stand back and harass me, and then I have much better infantry than they do. Especially since they're coming to attack me. Hopefully, of course, it's going to be raining. It's not too bad, just the morale issue here. Let's see if I can use some of this terrain to my advantage here. Let's see what the topography looks like. So, if I'm going to try to give myself every little advantage I can get, I'm going to go ahead and put my guys on this slight incline. Beautiful, beautiful pikes. Yeah, let's see, about 5 deep. If I can get them to actually attack that formation, that is going to be very beautiful. Very, very beautiful indeed. I'm going to get them, I want to see if I can get them to sling early, because if I can get them retreated behind my lines faster, then hopefully I won't risk, them running into, ruining my formation like last time. Gotta focus. It's gotta get in there. It's gotta focus. Alright, let's go ahead and hide 2 units here. I'll go ahead and get my general and just have him support. He's got a fairly large circle, so this is gonna be pretty good here. And then, I got plenty of mobility on that side. I guess I'll leave 1 unit here just in case for some extra flexibility, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drop this other one here as well. Actually, let's just make it wider. It's just always better that way. Hopefully, I'm hoping that they'll just hit me right in the dead center here, and I've got these guys on phalanx formation. That'll make it pretty easy. So, hello, little enemy. Where are you? Aha.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Alright, let's speed this up. Let's get these enemies in here. So these are actually very similar to what I would run into if I was running into any like the Gaelic tribes. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but they're kind of like the same fighting style. And what's nice is as Pontus, I get a bonus fighting barbarians, so I think that's gonna help out significantly. The only issue, if I see any, when it comes to my current formation is the fact that I only have 3 units of medium infantry on my left flank, but because I do, or probably will end up having that surprise benefit, I think I should be okay. Let's see, they're not going to hit me on my terms, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and try to see if I can straight myself out here.
At the double.
Awaiting orders. Advance at need.
Let's go ahead and get that up.
We are at your command.
Quick march. Double time.
Ready and waiting. Advance at speed. Orders, my lord. My lord. Follow me.
Yeah, don't surprise me just yet.
Slingers.
Alright, so they're going to have very little time to actually get their damage in. Let's go and give them as much buff as possible. There we go. Let's get some kills in. Luckily, the enemy is also marching in on very dense formation. Even though their slingers are out in front, anything that misses is likely to hit some try them behind. So let's go ahead and fall back. And I want them to go and fall back this direction, because they're going to need to support any side. It's going to be... Actually, I guess I can just fall back right here.
Quick march. Our hidden units have been discovered.
Alright, my formations have held up nicely. That's good.
Spearmen ready for orders.
Let's let the enemy engage first before I go do anything here.
Missiles at your command. Slingers.
Quick march.
Orders, my lord.
Let's get that frenzied charge in here.
Awaiting orders.
Our general is under attack.
Even with such a dense formation, it's just ridiculous. There's still able to get through. But look at how effective they are even when they get close. There are only like a couple of my guys that are actually being chomped to bits here.
Run shield pikes! Command up!
Let's go in.
Understood!
Attack here.
At the ready! At the ready! Order! Forward!
And luckily these are spearmen, so they are going to help me against these noble horse. My center line is going to hold very easily. Let's go ahead and move my general over to the side here.
The men are wavering.
Get that morale bonus in here.
Await your orders! Competence ready!
I got him in a nice mosh pit here. Squeezing him in.
General! Engage! As you command! Forward!
Let's route these bitches. And I got rapid advance on hoplites, which helps push the flanks like I want.
We are at your command! General!
So I notice how I folded up their flanks relatively easily here.
What are your orders?
Shattered, shattered, shattered. Okay, so this is a secured flank here. And again, even though these guys are meant to be pikemen, it's quite easy to
Forward!
let's get some war cry up in here.
For the gods!
It's quite easy for them to do pretty well in just normal hand-to-hand melee because of the fact that they are heavy infantry compared to a lot of the enemies I'm going against. That should be it. Who is left? Oh, we got some Celtic singers here.
Your orders! Yours to command! For glory! What are your orders?
Just gonna fall them out of the range.
The men are wavering.
Our orders! Nay! Our orders! For
Get my
glory!
Hillman in there. I don't really need to worry about this, but let's go move it up anyways.
We are at your command! General!
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Hey! Competence! Whoever loyal! Double time! As you command!
It's gonna be hard to catch up to some of these stupid slingers. These poor guys
Our
are.
men flee the field of
Exhausted.
battle. This is a shameful display.
Yeah, these guys are under a lot of attack here. Let's go ahead and get some attacking on them.
Double time!
Competence ready! Slingers! General!
Poor general's stuck out here with a ton of slingers against him. But luckily he's got plenty of armor to counter this shit.
Yours to command! Competence! Spearmen ready for orders!
So,
Engage!
but yeah, pretty easy to rout these guys once I get my slingers in on them. There we go, finally done. Finish that battle up nice and easy. Let's see here. See how much that affected them. I think their army should be pretty low now. Yeah, that's a tiny, tiny army here. Let's go ahead and let's go and enslave these captives. My armies, I could use the boost here. Looks like they're trying to invade somebody else, I guess. That's weird. Right. All that glitter. Word of the deposit spread quickly, and soon the hills are swarming with people hoping to exploit the rich ore deposit. Many had no mining experience, and hastily dug and poorly maintained shafts soon collapsed, killing all those inside. Well, that sucks. Sucks to be you. Should be doing some stupid stuff. Apparently, Glacia went to war with some more people. Ooh. Bit of a
For honor
cleric.
and great glory!
Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and get the weapon bonus because I want this guy to be more my offensive guy.
For Pontus!
Now, how am I still having such a hard time here? Oh, we're just gonna
We
keep on
take this
sieging.
settlement
It's okay.
for you,
I
my
have
lord!
a fairly significant adventure. Let's see if I can.
Sabotage.
No
As
unrest?
ordered,
Maybe
my
unrest?
lord.
Yes, 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 no? Yes.
My mission
All
was a
right.
success.
Yeah, that should revolt relatively quickly. Minus 95, and then they have a minus 18. So, boom, there we go. The Galatians are probably going to have a rebellion on their hands, and that should be about the only problems they have. So they're at war with these guys? Or is it these guys? I guess they're the same ones. Anyways, doesn't really matter. they're pretty much screwed at this point. They're about to lose their main capital. And the other province is about to rebel on them. Alrighty, let's go ahead and end this turn. So, but building a siege army, I like to focus on the heavier infantry. I probably wouldn't focus so much on pikemen, but just general spearmen and then some swordsmen, because those denser formations are going to be harder to hold, so you don't want to have to worry about having to actually have a pike front to your enemy, especially when you're trying to get up ladders and all stuff like that. You want to try to do something where individual man-on-man can actually do decently well without having to, at least not as much, depend on having somebody to the side. Ah, no. Finally happened. A noble death. Yes, it looks like my 11th Legion, which is the one I was focusing towards defending my homeland, finally died. Other families. I don't have anyone in my own family. That just sucks. Alright. Ooh, this might be good for local province. I think if I'm going to have to take anybody, it's going to be this guy. And I do want some Pontic Royal Cavalry. I think that... Is that the guy I just hired? No, okay. This guy. A beggar priest has arrived from Delphi. He speaks in riddles, uses divination on the streets, and babbles of the oracle's ill omens. His words trouble the people. Check the story. Sent by voice to confirm the validity of his claims. Discredit him. Confront him. Well, obviously. Let's just go ahead and discredit him. That's my best bet, I think. And let's see if I can... Let's see if I can adopt this guy. He's a head of a party. Lucky me, right? Well, none of that's going to end up happening. I guess I'll have to deal with it. How did I manage to pick a guy that was a head of a party as one of my main army leaders? God darn it. Anyways. We got both of them.
Besieging settlement.
I'll just leave it be. I'm quite surprised. Oh, that's why. Got some calamities going on. So one of the other things that I wanted to discuss is why I focus on trying to go towards farming than like trying to build my wealth in my farms. I feel like building wealth in your farms is kind of like you're trying to split up what their main purpose is. If you can focus a couple farms on producing a ton of food, then that means that you don't have to worry about that could save you building slots in other places around your empire later that you can turn into industry buildings, so you don't have to worry about providing food. So this next upgrade from a farm is going to be -4 public order for squalor with 6 food. And yeah, I get 140 wealth from livestock. But if I upgrade my farm here, I'll get 6 food, so that's 2 more food. Yeah, my wealth from agriculture is a lot lower, but I get 2 unit replenishment. And that's just the first tier of farms. This is only a homestead. Once I get irrigation ditches, and I actually finally get minus from squalor, I believe it's going to be 10 food and 60 or 80 agricultural wealth and 4 unit replenishment. So that is, I mean, if we're talking 8 to 10 food, you know, that's a significant amount once you start adding up doing this in multiple places, and eventually I can save on how many farms I actually have built, especially for the amount of squalor that's going to provide. And then I can just turn, although I might be missing wealth from the actual farms themselves, I can build that later by having, you know, more buildings focused on my industry as a whole. So it doesn't really matter. It's kind of a win-win. So let's go and see. If I'm going to upgrade anything, I want to go ahead and upgrade one of these ones, because these ones are actually putting out stuff that's going to get me more money when I trade. So that's what I want to focus on.
My lord.
And this, it's not going to matter because I already got a guy here. So I'm just going to go and focus on trying to build up my own armies. That'll be a lot easier that way. Let's go and end this turn, see if we can finish up this siege battle here. And then I'm going to go ahead and hopefully I can show you guys the Pontic swordsman that I was looking into. I really like having the different kinds of infantry. It really does make a big difference because it allows you flexibility on the battlefield, especially when you're doing something like a focused army. Let's see what my auto-resolve got, because sometimes they get better results. Do I think... Yeah. I guess I could do pretty well, but he still has a fair amount of skirmishes. I just don't feel like losing him if I don't have to. So let's just go ahead and do a balanced stance here. Ooh, and there it goes. Boom goes the dynamite. Slaves more captives. And I think after this, I'm pretty much done enslaving captives because I don't want to irritate these guys too much, or irritate the population too much, and then risk having more trouble. Wow, that is a weird issue. Let's just go and occupy that.
My lord. At your command.
Oof, I took a fair amount of casualties on this stuff, but it's only going to take about 3 turns, I think, for all these guys to be healed up. Let's go and get them an upgrade. Again, I'm focusing this general towards conquering other places, so I want him to be a very aggressive one, so I'm going to go ahead and focus on getting this charge bonus up. Let's see, I should be able to get my next barracks. That's going to take 3 turns. So I guess I'm not going to be able to go over in this episode because I want to try to keep these about 30 minutes or so. But like I said, so as you can see here, I did a pretty good job of just sweeping him out. You don't always have to worry about doing an actual siege in some of these places, especially because frankly, until I have Pontic Swordsman, I don't trust my Spearmen to do as well of a job, as good of a job. So let's go and get to fertilization. Anyways, let's go and wrap that up. Let's go and wrap up the 3rd installment of my Let's Play series. I want you guys to go ahead and drop me some comments about what questions you might have about the game, anything, and then, you know, like, share, subscribe, favorite, all that good stuff. I really appreciate you guys' support, and, you know, I'll see you guys next time.